Hello there everyone, Jason here with another review. Today I will be talking about episode 4 of Ahsoka, streaming now on Disney+. Now if you haven't seen episode 4 of Ahsoka yet, and you don't want it spoiled for you, I will be talking major spoilers. So stop the video, head over to Disney+, check it out, and come on back and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? Now, this was more like it. This episode made everything that happened in the previous episode all worth it. And like I said in my previous video for episode 3, had these two episodes been released at the same time, it all would have helped with story a lot more. But we all know studio executives are not really concerned with stories. This episode really leaned into the samurai aesthetic, especially with all of those lightsaber fights. The fight between Ahsoka and Baylan was really intense. I mean, Ray Stevenson really brought everything to that performance in this episode. He really shines, and it's just a shame that this is the last performance that we'll ever see, because he's just really fantastic in this show. We really miss you, Ray. One thing I will say is about Morak, I'm kind of glad that we don't know anything about him. Just the fact that he, after Ahsoka cut him, he like bursts into smoke tells me some Night Sister magic might have had something to do with who he is. But I just think that so much of Star Wars has been explained over and over. It's really refreshing to have a character that's shrouded in mystery, completely shrouded in mystery. And I really hope they don't explore him, but we all know that the inevitable Morak TV spin-off is coming to Disney Plus sometime in the near future. It was really cool to see the ghost up close in live action. That was one of my favorite things about the episode. When they had those fighter pilots, I was really hoping that Zeb would have been one of the pilots. But considering what happened to most of those X-Wings, I realized why they didn't include Zeb among them. Because when something like that happens, you have Carson Teva and you have Zeb. You know which two guys are going to survive. So if you only have Carson Teva in one of the cockpits, it's possible that nobody could survive. So that was a good choice. Maybe they're saving Zeb for something bigger later on down the season. Or maybe something else in one of these other shows. We can't talk about this episode without talking about that ending. First of all, Sabine giving Baylan the map and leaving with him. I mean, it's not really out of character for her, but I still didn't see it coming. You can tell there's some kind of tension between Ahsoka and Sabine, that Sabine isn't quite trusting of Ahsoka's methods, and Sabine really wants to see Ezra again. And I think she believes that Ahsoka doesn't quite understand how she feels about that. So it's causing some tension between their dynamic. But I did not see it coming. Sabine leaving with Baylan. That was a gut punch. And of course, Ahsoka winding up once again in the world between worlds, and this time confronted with Anakin Skywalker. Hayden Christensen is back as Anakin Skywalker, and I couldn't be more excited to see next week's episode. That is how you do a cliffhanger on an episode. Because last week's cliffhanger was kind of lackluster. You just felt like, oh yeah, I can see where this is going. But ending on this kind of a note really makes me want to jump into the next episode. It's a really fun and exciting note to end on. And I cannot wait to see where the rest of this season goes. We're halfway there and the stakes can only get higher from here. I mean, we've got Thrawn coming back. We've got Anakin. We've got Ahsoka in the world between worlds. There's so much going on just presented in this episode that it's going to be hard to believe how they pull this off in just 4 more episodes. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode, especially much more than the last one. The last one was okay. This one was a lot better and made up for that. It would have made things in the last episode better had it been paired with this episode, but again, executives don't care about story. They just care about release schedules and all that jazz. I'm going to go ahead and give Ahsoka episode 4 a 4 out of 5. I thought it was great. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Was there something you liked more than anything else? How excited were you to see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin Skywalker? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links are down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye.